Can a shy kid from Greece Athens, Greek freak, what does it take to be number one? Can he be a top 10 greatest basketball player of all time? Can he be a top 5? Or can he go as far to be the GOAT? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure though, he got potential to do it. So let's get into it. Now, let me start off by starting off with the pros, the good, about Giannis Antetokounmpo. What I like about him on and off the court in terms of his personality is the fact that the guy is extremely competitive. He's a chip off the old block. He's cut from the same cloth, as people as myself, no tolerance. We don't tolerate BS. Once we done with you, we done with you. As simple as that. And Giannis almost has like a WWE attitude. I know you may say, hey, hold up, that WWE shit is fake. Yeah, and it's the storylines and all that stuff, but it works for him. The fact that he uses that attitude, like he's gonna crush all of his opponents. I like that about him. He's a very extremely competitive dude, man. He just wants to win. And at the same time, he wants to win without forming super teams. He wants to win by going at the best basketball players. And he's humble enough to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to let the fans decide if I'm the best basketball player in the world. And he's not out there being cocky. He's not out there being, in your face with blatant lies. He's just telling the absolute truth. Like when he said, oh, I could have went to a super team and won championships easily, but he didn't want it that way. And that's what I like about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, let's get to the challenges that he has to overcome, his hurdles, okay? There's a lot of hurdles, but nevertheless, let's get into some of them. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a combo forward, okay? So he has Tim Duncan standing in his way. He played the 3 and the 4 position. And he also has LeBron James and Kevin Durant standing in his way at the 3 position, all right? Slash combo forwards. Then he has the ultimate challenge is catching Michael Jordan, which is, by far the biggest challenge that everybody's trying to get. But so far, we're in another generation, and yet nobody has yet to surpass Michael Jordan. I mean, it's kind of amazing. Michael Jordan is still running, as the greatest basketball player of all time. But off with the forwards, okay? I said power forward and small forwards is roughly his positions, right? So he's already considered the best player in basketball, right? So what he has to do is stay in the top 5 consistent for years. He has a chance to surpass LeBron James and Kevin Durant if he continues playing at this streak. But he also has to do another thing to surpass those guys. But it's very possible, okay? Record-wise, he may end up surpassing these guys at a faster clip, but record-wise don't mean jack shit. That's not going to help his case to surpass LeBron James. He's going to need a little more power to surpass Kevin Durant and LeBron James. And you ain't going to be able to do it by records. So one thing he's going to have to do throughout the couple years is he's going to have to continue to rank up MVPs, Defensive Player of the Years if he can, get a couple scoring titles. He's going to have to get some awards that can't be taken away from him, okay? He's going to have to add on to his individual legacy, be dominant, okay? Be considered the best player in the game year after year, season after season, all right? He's going to have to be considered those things first and foremost. And lastly, but not least, is the team accomplishments, okay? He's going to have to win more championships. There's no but ifs about it. That's the name of the game. Winning is the name of the game. And you got to win by being the alpha and the top dog on your team. Now, I would say this. Let's just go off for argument's sake and say he gets a 3-peat. If Giannis could get a 3-peat with that team that he got, he would have a 3-peat with no top 5 player, impressive. No top 10 player, impressive. No top 15 player, impressive. No top 20 player, impressive. Now, you got a guy like Chris Middleton on that team. If they do get a 3-peat, he would have to somewhat go up in his rating, right? That means he would have to play a part in helping the team win. So his rating would go up. So for argument's sake, let's just say he enters the top 30, okay? But that still be, what you call it, more impressive than any championship LeBron James has won. And LeBron James never three-peated. And LeBron James has never won the championship without a top 5 player or a big 3. So that'd be in Giannis's favor. He had been winning championships with the team that he was drafted with. And for the most part, a bunch of guys that you can make a case are borderline all-stars or just making the cut, okay? And that's not guys. I mean one player, okay? So it's impressive no matter how you slice it. Now, if he gets a three-peat and all those individual accolades, he could surpass LeBron James. He'll have one less championship than LeBron, but he wouldn't need four more championships, to surpass LeBron James in this case, because he would have had a three-peat and he would have did it in more stunning fashion. And let's say he did this three-peat by knocking off Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and, all those guys consistently year after year. Then he would surpass Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant would have been a dude that he could never get past. That Kevin Durant could never get past. So if Kevin Durant can't get past Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Giannis keeps outplaying him, then Giannis Antetokounmpo is a better basketball player, no matter how you slice it. So with that being said, he will have the forwards on lock. He will be able to surpass Kevin Durant and LeBron James. He could surpass Kevin Durant with that three-peat and individual accolades. And he could do the same thing for LeBron, because LeBron got too many holes in his resume, and a guy like Giannis is just asking to surpass LeBron James. I mean, the potential is there, okay? So then that brings us to the last 2 hurdles, all right? He gets that three-peat. Let's say he got that three-peat with all of that stuff I just said that he has to accomplish. Then that puts him respectively in the top 10, okay? He would be past LeBron James in that top 10. And then that puts him status battling with Tim Duncan as the greatest power forward ever, and Michael Jordan. And that's when he hits road bumps. I think he won't surpass Tim Duncan. Okay, he would have to win more championships to surpass Tim Duncan. In that case, he would have to. Both of these guys was drafted, one with the team that they were drafted in this case. And it comes an arms race of, can you top this and who could get more championships in that case? He will have to continue to get more accolades too as well. That will help his case. Now, to catch up to Mike, 1 three-peat ain't going to do it. He's going to need 2 three-peats and perhaps an extra championship, a number 7, to surpass Mike in a team success. And for the individual success, he's going to need some scoring titles, some more MVPs. He already got 1 defensive player of the year to match up with Michael Jordan. So he will have to continue that dominance too. And that'd be a very hard task for him to do. So he has his work cut out for him in terms of entering that list. But let's not be crazy about this. He can do it. Giannis Antetokounmpo can get on that top 5, top 10 if his career keeps going in the way it's going. And he has to do one thing and one thing only: win, win, win. Okay, everything comes down to winning. Winning changes every narrative, especially in modern day NBA history. What have you done on the biggest stage? Giannis gets a three-peat with no losses in the NBA Finals? What? Are you kidding me? Easily top 10 greatest basketball player of all time. He'd be right up there matching up with Larry Bird, who got 3 rings. Remember, Larry Bird isn't statistically, in a lot of categories, top 10, top 20, But yet somehow he's on that list for the greatest basketball player of all time, a top 10 player. You know why, right? Because it always comes down to winning and how you do it, and you being the alpha, that number 1 dude on that team. And Giannis would have did that without no super team. Beast mode. Giannis Antetokounmpo, best player in the league. Wish you good luck. Hope you can win your 2nd championship. Let's see if you can make some more history. Prince Sports out. Peace.